Are you going to introduce the
I
podcast,
thought
Paul?
he
I
said
pressed the wrong button
theme
for a
was playing.
second. Yeah, it done.
Alright.
Ugh.
Hello and welcome.
Off to a professional start as always.
Yeah, hello and welcome to episode 17 of the Shobocast.
A podcast vaguely about Doctor Who.
And some other shit.
What's your name, Paul?
I already said.
You did not.
I did.
He did.
Yeah, but we spoke over you, so do it again. Alright, he's Paul.
He's Paul. I'm Dan.
I'm Cameron.
So, how's everyone's week been?
I'm alright. I've finished the first semester of uni now. Done my one and only exam.
Wow.
Woo!
How
was it?
it was fine.
How
quite
drunk
stre-
did you get afterwards?
Very. I uploaded the last bit of paper. I immediately opened a can.
Of
It was minutes, but you don't need to.
drugs.
Yeah, a can of drugs. Oh, just a tin of cocaine.
uh,
We have fun on the Shobocast, don't we?
We
from
tried.
time to time.
How are you, Cameron?
Good. I've done fuck all because I'm not at work at the moment. Started watching Game of Thrones because I've only ever seen the last series.
Oh, that's the worst one to have seen.
Apparently so, but you know.
The
when you've
good
got
stuff
nothing-
is at the start.
When you've got nothing to compare it to. I can see Paul's icon speaking, but I've got no sound coming
I've
through
not got
from
any
him.
sound.
Same.
I think he was just moving.
Oh, that's fine then.
Okay. Yeah, so that's been that. I think I'm on series 6 now. He's just
What?
killed the guy from Winterfell who kept going, oh, I was the captain of the King's Guard and then was a fucking coward and hid in
Don't
a ladder with a
spoil
baby.
it.
Series
Oh,
You said you've only just started.
I started it last week, it's
Only
fine.
just
he's had a lot of free time.
Yeah.
it-
And I
it
made
appears-
some Christmas cakes today. They will be
Ooh.
decorated over the weekend. I'll send photos later.
It appears we've
That's all
taken
I've been
so
doing.
long on the setup that my tea's just about ready.
Oh, I forgot about that. Go get it if you want.
Oh well. No, I wasn't gonna not
then-
get it.
No, you just we're just
Whilst he's
talking. We
doing
can
that,
see smoke
Other
from the
than,
kitchen.
how was your week?
It was alright. I've been working overtime, so I've not done anything fun. But
Lucky bastard.
yeah, no, I've literally I've not done anything. So feel free to skip and go to Paul.
I've
Paul.
also not done anything.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Crazy. I'm gonna turn you up a bit. There we go. Well, wonder what Dan's having for tea. Yeah, this week we're talking about Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
In our run up to actual Christmas. And we're doing, what else are we doing? We've got Last Christmas and then Resolution, and then we should be doing our Revolution
Yes, it's
podcast. So that'll be cool.
the only episode we've been able to do as it comes out.
Yeah, and then we get a classic series one, so that'll be fun. And yeah,
Yeah, it's the Five Doctors show won't be.
shut up.
It's not
You've
the
not
five
seen-
doctors, it's 3 doctors that are standing and a man in a wig.
Yeah.
I know it's not very good, alright?
It's the
But
first episode of Classic Who I watched all the way through and was the first one I got on DVD, so you know.
You gotta admit though, it is fun.
Yeah. How they thought
Oh, I'm so
Richard
sorry to
Lundgren
anyone
looked
listening.
like William Hartnell though.
I plugged my webcam in and the doo 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 played, and it was super loud because I've got everything turned up for the for that issue we've had with Dan's mic. So that's very loud. I'll have to cut that, but I might not.
No, you won't.
Wow.
But yeah, it was the first episode of Classic Who I got on DVD. I think it was the first episode of Doctor Who I actually ever got on DVD.
Damn.
It was like £1 from CEX or Sex or whatever the fuck it's called.
I'm gonna cut that so it's just sex or whatever the fuck it's called.
No, you're
Dan's
not.
back.
That
What you
requires
eating?
editing.
Don't worry, everyone. I'm back.
You're so loud now.
Am I?
Oh no, that's better.
No.
Okay.
I'm just going insane.
I thought my microphone had fixed itself.
We had some issues with Dan's mic at the start of this, but
We had and continue to have.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll be alright.
Mm. Hot, hot, hot.
Whoa, it's hot, is
So-
it? It's almost as if it's just been in the oven.
How are we going to do this next segment after we've done this usual faff of the news?
I imagine how we do we do it how we normally do the news.
These segues are getting lazier and lazier.
Yeah, they are.
Shall I
least
Theme
we've got-
tune.
theme tune?
At least we've not got to the point with the segues yet. We've just gone news.
Theme tune.
The news. News.
What's first? You're getting very distracted by your tea.
I
feel
am,
bad
it's-
that we've kind of thrown this podcast on you, but
Oh no, I was the one who should have put it in the oven earlier. Or
what even is
Uh,
it?
it's dirty fries.
Oh.
It's just chips with a lot of stuff on them.
It's normally like cheese and barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
in
pretty
my
much.
Experience.
Just dirt.
Yeah, so that's the first bit of news. So the second bit of news this week. We got through that one quickly.
Yeah.
There are weeping angels in Wales.
Where exactly in Wales?
Well, in Penarth in Wales.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Plural, or is
yep.
there just one that we've seen?
I think it was. So these are set photos from what we can assume is series 13 of the television program Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor
Um,
Who. Bollocks.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
Not really.
Did you? Because I came on. I thought this was a Star Trek podcast, but then see that joke doesn't actually work because I was the one who introduced it as a.
Yeah.
Forget
Yeah.
it. Yes, yeah. Weeping Angels have been seen presumably filming for series 13 of Doctor Who, in Wales on a street at night.
Although a lot of people seem to think this is for that video game, but that'd be very
The-
late filming if it was.
The Lonely Assassins.
mobile game.
Yeah. Lonely Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, which is meant to come out in February or March, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I completely
Yeah,
forgot
so that's the.
to mention in the how's our week been. I did actually have a decent week because I got an Xbox to replace my one that died not too long
Oh,
ago.
cheeky!
Yeah. Thank you, cousin. Sorry. carry on.
Congratulations.
I just turned to the side and was like, whoa.
Where did that come from?
Xbox.
An Xbox!
A box of eggs. Very good joke that no one has made before.
So, yeah,
So-
Weeping Angel in Penarth on a street that's round the corner from Bannerman Road.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying this.
Yeah.
Bannon Road.
Sarah
which
Jane is a
personally-
weeping angel confirmed
Personally,
to join the
if they were to
Brigadier
go back to
Squad.
Bannon Road, I would think would be a bit fucking silly.
I know.
Personally,
Hmm.
Just
I
move
can't
on.
think of a good reason.
I don't
Yeah.
think it is. I think it's coincidence.
Yeah, it's
Um,
a street in Penarth. The houses will be the same.
Yeah, I think what it is it's they were filming in Wales, and Wales is quite small.
Yeah,
Wales has about 3 places: Cardiff Bay, that street, and caves or something. No, the
It's got
bay,
some
Bad
caves,
Wolf
maybe.
Bay. That's there as well. Those are the 3 places in
Um,
Wales. The
uh,
3
there's
biomes.
also-
Is Paul still with us, or has he just not said anything?
I don't know.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, you just got nothing to say.
Yeah.
there's also the middle of Cardiff that they use for centre of London quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's got a travel
Yeah,
log
that
there
was-
that I've stayed in.
That was in Spyfall last, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
No, the Spyfall one is Barry,
Oh,
Oh,
well,
do you know?
fuck me
but
then.
the shopping centre that in Rose that Jackie walks out of, that is in the middle of Cardiff.
Ah.
Do you know that?
Wow.
Wait, carry on, Cam.
And then the other side of it goes out onto a street that they used for the middle of London in the Sarah Jane Adventures with the 2 robots from that challenge
Yes.
show.
Oh yeah, when they want the sun and air.
Yeah,
I love that episode.
that is the other side of the shopping centre to where they filmed Rose, and there's also the church that Wilfred Mock goes into in Last of the Time Lords. End of Time, sorry.
In Last of
Do
the
you know
Summer
where-
Wine.
I've been to Cardiff a lot.
Do you know
Yeah.
the fucking what's it called in Spyfall when they go to London? But it's
Vor.
Yeah,
but it's
London.
it's like the most famous high street thing in like Cardiff or wherever, or Barry, I think it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was watching Gavin and Stacey a few weeks back, and like when Nessa's like, do you know them people who pretend they're robots and they paint themselves?
Living
Yeah.
statue.
When she's pretending to be one of them, they're in that exact same spot because you can see the W.H. Smith behind them and that. Like they're literally the same like angle and everything, and I was like, what? Why did they not film it from at least like another angle where you could maybe just see a bit of a W.H. Smith or something, or none at all because it's a shit shop to work for. So
Take that. Is that the official stance of the Shobocast?
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
it. I've never been to WH Smith. I don't
Okay.
think
It's a
so.
story.
Lawyer up, W.H. Smiths. We're coming for you.
Also,
Yeah,
if you'd
well.
like to sponsor us, please email us shobocast@gmail.com.
One of
Imagine
us
that.
works for you, but we
What?
won't say who.
But the rest
Guess
of us
from what
hate
they've
you.
said.
It's Paul.
Not this Paul, the editor Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, the editor that we have who edits things.
Yeah, we don't pay him that much, so he does a shit job.
He doesn't really do anything.
You subscribe
He's a man.
10 OnlyFans accounts, and it's through my card, so I think we do pay for it.
Yes. Any other news apart from because we've got sidetracked?
The weeping. Well, actually, let's assuming that this is for Series 13. What do we think about the Weeping Angels coming back?
Well, it's only one angel so far, and I think that's how
Um,
the angels work best in low numbers.
I thought there was two.
It looks like there's just one from the photos. That
Oh
they
no,
moved.
it was two photos next to each other. Never mind.
Congratulations, Paul. We know you do have a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Just trouble.
I think the angels work best when there's smaller amounts of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like, Blink, there's only 4 of them, and they are more of a threat than in Crash of the Byzantium, in my opinion.
Why is Cameron sent a picture of the dirtiest pot noodle ever?
That's a fucking fruitcake.
Ah, of
It's a
course.
fucking fruitcake, Paul.
Silly me.
That's the bucket
The
I had to make
dirtiest
it in
pot
because I don't
noodle
have
ever.
a big enough bowl.
I really wish we didn't name these after the episode. I wish we could give them a title that happens at some point. We'd have the weirdest,
Yes.
like, series.
Like
Well,
a
there's my-
Taskmaster.
Yeah, that's my favourite
Well,
way
they
to
get a
like
quote
name
from the-
podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should
We might rebrand
we should
and
set
just
up
do
another
that from
podcast
now
where we
on.
do that. Yeah. Dirty as fuck. Or we have that as the subtitle. So it's A Christmas Carol, the dirtiest fucking pot noodle.
He's done his work. That also sounds like it's a like a review header of the episode.
Yeah!
Well, Doctor Who reviews are
We
in
can
for the new
keep
Christmas
people-
special.
All about these SEOs.
This,
Back to
this,
the news, Dan.
this would be the. I think this is the first time the Angels would have been written by someone other than Moffat.
Steamo.
The
Yeah.
big SM.
Oh, apart from Patrick Ness.
He
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
really
He
write
didn't.
them, though.
He didn't write them, did he?
Cameron.
He writes with an angel.
Oh, class is absolute class.
It is.
It's
It's class.
It is a
Um,
good show. I wish we'd get more of it.
I wish
that
there
is the
was
name of the
less of
show.
it.
Yes.
What?
I'm just gonna keep saying until I think of something.
New time for Dr. Big Finish.
Oh,
Oh no, I didn't have that.
What?
why did you not have that?
Actual news.
Because there's a new 10th Doctor Big Finish every other day.
Well, he's
We've got
Yes,
them.
but this one is special.
Is it? Why?
This
This
one,
one's got
it's not-
Daleks.
it's got...
this one's
Is-
a new companion, isn't it?
Well, it probably
It's
does.
not got David Tennant in
It's
it,
got...
has it?
No, it's got David Tennant, Sophie Aldred, Louise Jameson, and Sarah Sutton, and John Leeson.
Oh yeah.
The The Doctor is travelling with K9 and then has adventures with Leela,
No.
Nissa, and Ace.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I didn't include it in the news.
Modern Doc. It's the only Big Finish news we've got this week. Well,
Is it?
sort of. I'd then scroll down, and the next thing that Paul has sent is Big Finish.
Oh
He
no,
always
more
sends Big
news.
Finish.
The I don't know if you've got it done. Have you got more news?
I've got one more news.
Oh, go on.
So this is I nearly said Chris Evanson. Christopher Eccleston
Never mind.
has started recording for his Big Finish series, and he was also on Lorraine Kelly talking about it briefly.
Oh yeah.
Can you
From his car.
From his car in the Big Finish
He
parking.
literally just pulled over
car park.
somewhere.
He had some
Makes
like
sense.
technical issues, didn't he?
Yeah, his
I
camera
think so,
froze.
apparently.
Let's laugh at him for a bit because we never have technical issues here on this here show.
Ha 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 ha.
Have you got the picture up on screen then?
Not for me.
No, other than.
Yeah, it's
So
right here.
Nah. Oh,
cheeky.
Crossed 2,000 views though.
Hello.
Yeah, so he also he posed for a photo with the script.
Which
And
says
it was-
spoilers at the top.
It does. Yeah, what we can tell from that, it's the first volume is called Ravengers. It's Avengers, but with an R at the front.
No, it features Jim from Friday Night Dinner. It's actually called He's
No
Ravenous.
Oh. I'm sorry, Jackie.
She's guys here
Oh,
all
no.
week.
It's a rabbi, isn't
That wasn't quite as good.
it?
Just got to take a sip of my Fanta real quick.
Yeah, it was volume 1. That's an unpleasant noise. Called The Sphere of Freedom was the first episode.
By
Oh,
Nicholas
by-
Briggs.
By Nicholas Briggs.
That's
I've,
part of the title.
That's a nude story. or a censorite story.
Neither.
I wouldn't put it past. If it had to be one of those two, I wouldn't put it past Briggs to do a Sensorite story for Eccleston.
I feel like I do, though, with them being slaves and that.
Now,
Yeah.
remind me who the Sensorites are.
Boring.
From the censorites.
That's who
Oh,
would have
wait,
thought it.
Your camera's still not on, Paul.
Yeah,
Oh,
Paul,
yeah?
where's your video presence?
We want to see your beautiful face.
Before you start holding something up to the screen.
There you go.
Okay, but what is it? You're showing me an image of one.
So it's a
Yeah.
First Doctor alien, and Russell T Davies, they're from the Scent Sphere, and the
Mhm.
Oods are from the Ood Sphere, and Russell T Davies said that they're like twin planets, basically.
Oh, okay.
So with it being Sphere of Freedom and it's dudes are slaves, you know, maybe. But also, I think the 10th Doctor had never met them before, so.
I'm pretty sure they were new to him. He also Paul's gone. Paul's left.
No, when I got that Big Finish down, I dropped it.
Oh, okay. He also when asked about returning physically to the show.
He's returning and
He
slowly
is
returning
Um,
to this world.
Thank you, Brian
End of time?
Cox.
he
He's returning. Oh no.
he's
oh,
returning. He's returning.
And he will return.
When I think about
When
the end
hell
of
freezes
time.
over, is what he said.
Yeah.
Yes. So pack a bag and some ice. Let's go to hell.
Although I
We're
think he
going
was
to
kind of joking about that.
the nether.
Yeah.
You know,
He was saying it was laughing a bit.
Yeah, and but
so
he
it's
also
not known if he was joking. Oh yeah, I'll be back when hell freezes over, or if he is serious, he will only return to the.
As soon as
physical
John
show.
Barrowman stops coming on set with his cock out, that's when he'll come on.
I mean, he's had 10 years of that.
well, he was
Consistent, like 10 years.
specifically what he's Specifically, what he said was only when hell freezes over, as the Eagles sang.
I think
is
it
a
was
reference-
Burns.
Yeah.
What?
I think-
I've lost you. That was his quote
Yeah.
because his camera got out.
I hope the
Um,
planet turns around and shits on you. That's how he ends the interview.
But the thing that's a reference to specifically is when the Eagles broke up, and the lead singer was asked when are you going to be performing together. He said when hell freezes over, and then 14 years later when they reformed, that their return album was called like Hell Freezes Over or Hell's Frozen or
Guns
something.
N' Roses have done a similar tour recently because Axl and Slash fell out massively, and they had a tour recently that was the Hell Froze Over tour, I believe.
Axel and Slash.
Yeah, Hell Freezes
Yes.
Over.
Your time is going off.
I don't know why that went off.
It's
Dan,
a second
stop
T.
beating Jesus Christ.
Second
No,
in. No.
I think of when I hear the phrase "hell freezes over," I think of that amazing gag in The Simpsons where Mr. Burns. It's like I think the people have been like, I think they're owed money by him, and he says something like, "When hell freezes over, suckers," and he puts down like a smoke grenade, like Batman. It goes off and then it fades away, and he's still there walking to the door. It's a great gag.
That's all the news. Unless you want to talk about that 10th Doctor thing.
No.
Okay.
No,
good.
basically explained it all.
Time for the covers of the... No, I'm joking.
God damn it!
Oh,
But if you
there is
start doing
some
that, we will
form.
all leave.
There is some form of cover news, not specifically about the cover though.
Oh no.
So, Dan asked me to mention this earlier, but I forgot. But remember the Dalek Universe box set that got
Yes.
a cover reveal for Volume 2, and it's got that bald guy on it again.
Oh yeah.
I replied to it saying Johnny Sins on the left, and then I said, "Oh my God, his name's Joe Sims. Cannot be a coincidence. They are the same being." And then that was like 4 days ago, yeah. And then Joe Sims replied earlier, and he was like, "You got me. We're like Clark Kent and Superman." And then he added Johnny Sins, and it was like, Johnny Sins is definitely Superman. And I just thought, it was both the funniest and most awkward interaction I've ever had on Twitter, because I didn't know what to respond with.
Sounds like a positive interaction on Twitter though, which is
Yeah.
news.
Oh yeah. But if Johnny Sins also replies, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll be like, "Hello, Johnny."
So that's all the news. We've been denewsed. We've had our news removed.
Denewsed. So we're hopping on to the main segment.
I think we should hop onto the main segment. What's the main segment?
Tell me that joke was started.
Transition.
No, I would go as far as to say it wasn't a joke.
Oh no, it's cropped the thing, so now it says dirty fucking pot. Hang on, let me fix it.
Dirty-
Dirty fucking pot. No. Alright.
Naughty. We here at the
Pot
Shobocast
noodle.
do not condone
Christmas
drugs
Carol.
of any form, apart from weed
Yes, A Christmas Carol.
The
and cocaine. Yes, Christmas Carol.
2010 Christmas special, right?
Yeah, the Muppets film. That's what we're talking about today, isn't
with
it?
the weird painting-looking ghost. That's
2011.
No, it
No,
was
it's
it was
2010.
December 2010, wasn't it?
No, because that's when Tennant regenerated.
No,
No, that was
New
2009.
Year's Day 2010, wasn't it? Or New Year's Eve.
Keep up, Cameron.
You can have 3 things in a year, Cameron, okay?
Don't be
No,
ridiculous.
you can't.
Yes, so this is the 2010 Matt Smith Christmas special. What are we all... Oh, hello. It's Burp City
He's
this
about
week,
to just
isn't it?
blow chunks all over the camera.
Um,
Imagine that. So what do we think of this?
Bunksy.
what do we think of this episode?
It's dead good.
Well, we have discussed many times before. It is Matt Smith's best Christmas special, if not the best Doctor Who special of the revival.
Mm-hmm.
What one of the four of us would even rank it in their top 5 episodes?
No.
Card thing saying where to find it.
Dan's not gonna do
I
that.
can't remember what episode it is. Is it episode
11?
11, because it's the start of...
20 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Big.
What did everyone
Doctor
think of this
Who.
episode going into the rewatch then?
I was just excited to watch it because I watch it every year anyway.
yet.
I finished series 5 in like the middle of November, and then realised that was the very next episode, and I always watch it in December, so I have to stop rewatching it for 2 weeks.
You didn't have to.
And then, no,
Yeah.
well, I didn't want to
You've
watch
brought
it twice.
this
so
weird
close together.
binge system onto yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
You like
so
start...
anyway,
You go round in loops.
I stopped watching, and then on December 1st, I watched it, and then I've not started series 6 still, but I will.
I believe you.
I don't.
It's a good episode. That's good.
Yeah.
It's proper bargain as well.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's easily the best Christmas special. It's easily one of my favourite episodes of the show. And it you could also, as my flat might argue, you could also argue this is a case of the Doctor doing some mind terrorism.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I love it that he's like always 10 seconds ahead of him in like his plan.
I love the bit where he just pops back to find out what the code is and then fucks off again.
Yeah, this episode has some of the best uses of time travel in the show.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, the transition at the start between the study and to his room on the video, I think is brilliant.
Yeah. Can you imagine if, when he pops back for the code, if he was just like making a coffee and he just weren't paying attention?
He just wasn't watching.
It depends on him being so engrossed that he's actually shouting at it. Imagine if he was just like...
Well, sort of how it is he's watching this
That went wrong.
whilst that memory's coming to him. So he sort of doesn't know how it happens, but he does because timelines are fucking stupid in this show.
Timelines work as they need to in the episode in which they happen.
Yes.
Which I think is how canon works in the show as well. It's on an episode by episode basis. Yeah, this also features Dumbledore himself, Michael Gambon, as not Scrooge.
Kazran.
Imagine if he went to like, the past version of Kazran, and it was just Richard Harris.
He's Richard Harris until
with Richard Harris's face onto someone.
He's Richard Harris until a week before the Doctor meets him, and then he's Michael Gambon.
And who's the guy who played young Dumbledore in, or it's like
Jude Law
or someone, and
Jude Law, yeah.
the other young actor who plays him?
Oh, Voldemort's nephew.
What?
No, Voldemort's gay lover. Before he,
Grindelwald.
the other, the one who plays Dumbledore, not Grindelwald.
Yeah,
Jude Law.
The other young
There isn't another
Dumbledore.
one?
There is in Fantastic Beasts flashbacks. I'm sure there is.
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that is.
Who? In the first Dumbledore's not in the first Fantastic Beasts film
Why are we talking about Fantastic Beasts?
because it's a good film.
It's
a good 11th Doctor story.
Paul, you said a lot of bad things on the podcast, but that is the worst one.
Fantastic Beasts 2 is not good. But the first one's a solid, like
They're
standalone.
both
film.
a bit rubbish.
Toby
And the second one is
Ridgebow,
Who? What film's this in?
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Fantastic
not-
Beasts
not-
Crimes of Grindelwald.
What? Oh, so not yeah.
He reprises his role as a young Dumbledore,
Yeah.
and Jamie Campbell Bower is young Grindelwald.
so Doctor Who
Yes.
Christmas time.
Harry Potter.
I've just spent way too long trying to put Kermit on the screen.
And we start
So
this
I've
episode
missed all of that.
all good Christmas shows on a spaceship with a lot of lens flare.
Oh,
It
and
was
A lot
very
of
J.J.
lens.
Abrams, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was must have been like a deliberate, like aping towards the Abrams Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
Like even
Epic.
down to the set design.
So
it was,
epic.
yes.
Actually, because this was only a year after that first one came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it was 6 years before the best one came out.
Never seen Star Trek.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I realise I might not have a lot to say about this because I think
I-
I've said
I,
it all.
I tried watching The Rise of Skywalker the other day.
Oh, I'm so
by the
sorry.
way. Well, I'd
Are
repressed
you,
it.
are you
The
You
most
feeling
okay,
okay?
movie ever.
feeling all right then?
So to move
I didn't
back
even
to,
finish it.
To move back to Doctor Who,
Oh
this
yeah.
Star
Do we
Trek
have to?
spaceship that's trapped in this cloud belt. Has this sort of thing happened before? You reckon?
He seems to.
Because he
It
seems
must
to
do.
like, oh, there's another ship in the cloud belt. Oh well, they'll go the way of the rest of them. And there's
Yeah.
like it's a weekly occurrence or something. Because he's a dickhead.
I did giggle though when he said nobody comes. What?
That's very rude, Daniel.
I didn't
It's a
say
very
that.
rude
I didn't say
thing
you,
to
that's
say.
your dirty mind, Dan. That's all you.
Yeah.
I just
all
said
me.
I just
It's
giggled a
all
bit
me.
because he was so intimidating. I was a bit nervous, so I giggled a bit. 'Cause I
Oh
was,
yeah, that's why
you
you're
know,
giggling.
wet
Wasn't it?
myself a little bit. I was just a bit giddy. I don't know
You
what
wet-
you
you
were
wet yourself.
insinuating. What you want to? Not that kind
You
of
skip.
wet.
No,
God,
no,
you're
no.
just so dirty-minded this week. What
You
is
did.
going
You
on
did a wee in this episode.
in this episode?
I think you skipped. Have you just done a? Have you just weed yourself? Then?
It's going down
Is
my
that
leg
what that
as
smell
we
is?
speak. Yes, it's that strong. It's gone through the mic.
It's travelled all up to Scotland. That's how potent it is.
Stop talking
we
about
get some
piss.
quite- We
so
get some
let's
quite
talk
good
about
bits in this episode, don't we? Like how we sort of see Kazran's character from the start, how everyone else flashbacks when the Doctor comes down the chimney and he just stands there like, the fuck is this?
Not again.
mean, yeah, he doesn't seem to get surprised by anything until the end. And also, as I have in my notes here, this is ADHD 11. If any doctor had to be diagnosed with it, it would be him.
Yeah, he is. When he first like enters that room, he is constantly just. And look, there's a thing. And what's this? And I've just noticed a thing behind me.
Yeah, he's a lot. I think 11 is better with the Ponds than with Clara. With Clara, he becomes a lot more subdued.
Mm-hmm.
With Clara, he becomes a lot more sexual as people on Twitter.
Becomes more boring as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he
I'd much
loses
rather
his
have-
unique, you know?
Apparently, there's one scene where he just slaps Clara's ass for no reason.
Yeah. And there's that line about her skirt, and it's like,
That's a Moffat line if I've ever heard
that's the
one.
most
That's-
Moffat line I've
It's the
ever
most
heard.
Moffat
Yeah.
thing. So, well, speaking of Moffat lines,
Mystery wrapped in enigma in a skirt that's a little bit too tight.
Speaking of Moffat lines, we do get some good ones in this
this
episode.
this has like 20 of my favourite Doctor
So
Who
clever.
quotes ever, all the time.
Yeah,
Just so clever.
Halfway out the dark.
Yeah, well, that's not even a funny one. That's just
Oh,
a great
Huh?
description of Christmas. I love Halfway Out the Dark. But there's when there's the sharks in the room, and it's like, okay, well, I've only got 2 goes, and then it's yours.
2 goes.
2 arms.
2 feet, yeah.
Yeah, it's got some quite good funny bits, and then like the more sincere lines, like the nobody important in 900 years of time travel. I've never met someone who wasn't important.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this
And-
is just going to be us naming our favourite lines now, which I'm fine with.
It will be for a bit whilst these two get off their phones. and then
When he
I'm
Holds
actually
up.
looking
I
at the
can't see
news.
Paul. Oh no, I can.
the bit towards the end where it's like, if you had to choose someone's last day, what day would you choose?
Mhm.
I think that's quite sweet.
There's they've just announced a Horror of Fang Rock soundtrack.
Oh, I was meant to
Great.
put that in the news channel earlier. I forgot to because I didn't give a
Fucking
shit.
hell, Cameron, you've let us all
I wouldn't have
down.
included it.
What? You wouldn't have included that? That's big news.
Oh, big news! An episode from the 70s. The soundtrack is being released.
Yeah, an unreleased soundtrack's being released.
I've still not seen Horror of
Yeah.
Fang Rock.
Only on vinyl though, so only cunts are gonna buy it. Fucking-
Haha, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
What
I
is-
like how 11 gets his idea in like a second. Like, so he walks out the building, has no idea. It's a Christmas Carol. Ooh!
Yeah.
Runs off.
I think they tried to make it very clear that it's like, instead of this episode happening and everyone going, actually, didn't you just do a Christmas Carol then? So it must like it was on purpose. It was I can't use words. I'm
It was a
sorry.
nod and
Yeah.
a wink to the camera, going, "Yeah, aren't we cheeky, lad?"
You're home, go drunk.
Yeah, I like that. Doing a Christmas Carol is now a like. How do we fix this? But let's just do a Christmas Carol on them.
Let's just show them the film. And
Let's
yes,
just
did
make
it.
them watch
With
Muppets
Tim
Christmas
Curry
Carol.
and Kermit the Frog.
Tim Curry.
Do a Fine Bros video of them
is he not
reacting
in
to it. And
the
then
Muppets
ask them,
Christmas
so
Carol?
what did you just watch?
I'm pretty sure it's Michael Caine. Is
Imagine
Scrooge?
Which
might-
one is Tim Curry in with the Muppets?
It.
Treasure Island. Muppets It.
Wait,
I
have you
Muppet.
can you imagine if they'd went, instead of a Christmas Carol, he went Paul Cornell's unused script, and then and then they were like, oh yes, we have stole that, haven't we?
He just thinks of a different Christmas film. Shrek. the Christmas one, I forgot the
Shrek.
name
A
of it.
Wonderful Life!
Yeah.
Shrek the Halls.
Oh, hang on, Paul. What's that a reference to? Do you want to elaborate on that?
Oh, I think it's called Hopes and Fears Through All the Years, and it's about like the doctor visits a child every day on his birthday, like until he's an adult, and it's set during like the Second World War or something like that. And then it was to be in series 5 or 6, and then Stephen Moffat like asked him to write it, and then he was like, "Go home, Paul." so like he like read the draft and then sent him home and then made this. So
Stephen.
I don't know about
which is
that.
I think it might have been Christmas Day originally, and then he changed it because of this episode, and then I don't know, but he changed it to his birthday, and then he still didn't let him make it or whatever. And then he was going to write one for series 8, and Moffat was like, no. So,
No, let me ruin this myself.
yeah, it was going to be fucking set in the fairy tale world from the Second Doctor.
Huh, I don't
episode.
know about that.
Yeah. Paul
Paul
Cornell. Wait, I messed that pun up completely.
Paul
Paul
Cornell.
Cornell, they call him.
Corn Cornell. Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Corn of Coblin. Cornell.
Hang on.
It was
Paul
available in the
Cornell.
Telegraph.
Which?
Hopes and fears for all the years.
Yep.
Oh,
It is-
Doctor Who.
Having a look at the thing, it does look very reminiscent of A Christmas Carol. Yes.
Oh, ow. I picked up a chocolate then and I threw it in my mouth, but I missed and I hit my tooth.
Is
It
that
really hurt.
the 10th Doctor in the image?
Yes, it's for the 10th Doctor. It was from 2007.
Oh yeah, I think he was adapting it or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
What else have we got to say about this episode?
Not
Uh,
much, really, even though I really like it.
I know.
really like it. That's
The song?
Maury Gold's music is fucking brilliant, and the different renditions of Abigail's song that he weaves throughout this
Yes.
episode. I just made hand wave movements because I couldn't remember the word. Yeah.
Oh no. Why has it stopped? Second. Shall
He was
we
talking
about
about
yeah.
the penis.
He was talking okay. Nothing new
Very
then.
good, Paul.
We just missed a bit then because Discord did a
Yeah.
thing. Might be my camera actually.
Still there, Dan?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But the bit that we missed, how Murray Gold weaves the music of Abigail's song throughout the episode,
Yeah.
really works lovely. He is a fucking genius.
He's brilliant.
I really want to interview him one day, but I don't have a big enough like backing, like subscribers or followers or anything like that for him to notice.
I just want
him.
to give him a big hug.
I'm gonna try and figure
Yeah.
something out because I would really like to ask him a bunch of stuff.
They sort of confirm the theory of Mary Poppins is a Time Lord in this, where it's like,
Did they?
yeah, it's the bit where it's
Sorry.
like when he's becoming his nanny, and it's just like, oh, I'm a bit like Mary Poppins. Who's that? Oh, it's a terrible comparison, sort of thing, because there's the theory that she's a Time Lord. That's sort of like, no, she's not. Will you two stop whispering sweet love word between each other? It's really distracting.
What?
What?
Yeah, I just also have in my notes, I fucking love Michael Gambon.
He's really good in this episode.
Yes. He gets to play like 3 different characters, 2 of which are the same person.
Yeah, it's really interesting seeing him change as a person, like in the scene.
Yeah. And then he also gets to play his own dad, who looks like Simon Carroll,
Who?
as Charles Dickens.
Oh, right.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What? Have you got some trivia for us?
I do a bit. But first off, Matt Smith never gets a proper Christmas episode with Amy and Rory.
No, they're always off doing something else, aren't they?
Yeah, in this one they're in a crashing ship. In this next one, he's not seeing them until the end, where she squirts him with a water gun.
Yeah.
And then they're dead.
And then they're dead.
He gets more Christmas episodes with Clara before she even becomes a companion.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird.
5 of them?
Yeah. Yeah. Strange. So
more
bits of
trivia, Cameron.
Bits of trivia.
Trivia me up.
Michael Gambon once told Danny Horn, who plays the young him, when he acts, not to move his eyebrows, and when he sits down, don't look at a chair. Because that's apparently bad acting, which I just thought. But then look at Capaldi's eyebrows, they move all over the shop.
He does all of his acting in the eyebrows. Capaldi.
Yeah, Danny Horn is also an Olivier Award-winning musical theatre actor, and I'm pretty sure my mum's held his Olivier Award when he was in Sunny Afternoon, which is about the Kinks.
Huh. What does he look
Because
like now? What's it? Danny, what's he called, do you say?
Danny Horn. Because he got a bit drunk and just gave the Olivier to someone for safekeeping, who happened to be my mother.
Trivia.
This is the 6th Christmas special of the revival, but you probably knew that anyway. Catherine Jenkins' acting debut, and before this she had no desire to act.
She's fine in it.
Yeah.
She was an actual opera singer, isn't she?
She still is. I keep getting the adverts on YouTube for her BritBox Christmas special
And why
at
haven't
the
you
Royal
watched
Albert
it?
Hall.
The spiritual.
Is she still married to She's still married to ex Blue Peter presenter Gethin Jones.
No, I think she might be.
Is the Doctor still married to Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, it
Possibly.
must be.
Is he
I
still married to that Aztec woman?
I think if you
Yes.
get married in
'Cause
Vegas,
what-
it only counts if you put
Oh my
the
god,
tip
I
in.
remember that. They made like Coco together, and she's like, "Well, we're married now." He's like, "Hmm." Look,
How
the
many
Aztecs.
people has the Doctor accidentally been married to across all
Many.
of time and space? Have we got? Are we anything else, or we
No,
should
sorry, I was
we
looking up
find
to see
out
if
what
she-
Ed thinks?
Figures for this episode are 10. I'm losing count.
10.3
10
million. That's
10
an
people.
average.
I weren't even that far off there.
Yeah, you
It was
were close.
also the first episode of the revival to be shown on the same day in the UK as in America.
Oh,
It wasn't a simulcast, however, it was just the same day at different times, unlike the 50th. Michael Gambon is the second knighted actor to appear in the show. The first being Sir Derek Jacobi.
Is the third
that's
John
the
Hurt?
master.
Was John Hurt in it before or after Ian McKellen? Because Ian McKellen.
For some reason, I
voiced
thought you were going to say
Snowman.
was John Hurt in it
After.
before or after he died.
No,
Wait, when was Ian McKellen in it?
he's the voice of the Great
Great
Intelligence.
intelligence,
in the Snowman.
biggest waste of an
The big-
actor like
the
that.
Is he?
Snow
Yeah,
globe.
Yeah.
what a waste.
But then they didn't get him back, and they got Richard E. Grant instead.
Oh, Richard E. Grant's pretty great. Though.
Yeah.
Also a
Yeah, but
waste.
it's no Ian McKellen.
No.
He's more of a ninth Doctor, if ever I've seen one.
If they had to get
Oh,
like
right.
an older actor in to play Rassilon, now that they've had like Donald Sumter,
Daniel Craig.
Ian McKellen as Rassilon,
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
I think could work very well.
Tom Baker.
Hear me out. Elizabeth Windsor.
What?
Dame
The
Judi
Queen?
Dench.
Yeah, the Queen.
The Queen and her corgis.
Who's that?
Yeah, there's the This was from the IMDb trivia page, so
Oh, Paul.
Yep.
By the way, Margaret Thatcher's still there.
I know, yeah.
the Doctor says there's no such thing as an isomorphic control, forgetting about the Master and his screwdriver.
Mm.
Hang on, the guy who played the youngest Kazran in this is the same as young Charles Xavier in X-Men First Class.
Fuck off, it is.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Imagine they got Patrick Stewart.
He also played
De-aged him.
He also played Prince William in Diana 2013. I don't know what that is. I assume it's about
I
Diana.
know what that is. It's about
Diana?
the princess or whatever her name was.
Ariel.
The one who was killed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard about her.
Yeah.
Arthur Darvill is a main cast member from this episode onwards, with his name in the opening credits, like
That's
a big
nice.
boy.
Like a big boy.
Playing the
And
boys now.
a nice little bit of like continuation. When Kazran outgrows the Doctor, when Abigail says she only has a day left and he then goes off to become Michael Gambon, he undoes his bow tie,
I noticed that as well.
which I
That
think
was a sad
yeah.
bit.
it's a really nice bit that you don't really notice unless you're having to watch it to then nitpick it.
If we're going back to
that's-
remember that thing that happened.
That's all I've got for this episode because
You've
I
let
think-
us all down. I'm
I
joking.
think one of my
I
favorite
am
bits in this
looking at you, you
episode.
I have
My
to
favorite bits in this episode is when you see one shot of Kazran and he's got like a, I forgot what they're called now. A cravat. He's got like a cravat on.
yes.
And then the Doctor explains why he wears a bow tie, and you cut back to him and he's wearing a bow tie.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great bit.
Yes.
Love Doctor Who. Doctor Who's pretty good.
Yes. It's got these subtle little details you don't really notice all the time, which is brilliant because it then means you can go back to it years later and go, "Oh, I didn't notice that," and then
I
end up
was
talking
saying
about
that
it
exact
on a
thing
podcast.
to Paul the other day, like the rewatch value of Doctor Who. There's so much that you can
Yeah.
pick up on. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
so we're doing
Can't park there.
Egg's thoughts,
Ed's thoughts, yeah.
Smeg's thoughts. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Snake
Instantly
sauce.
regret that.
What did
I'm
you
very
think,
tired.
Paul?
So
Paul,
Matt
what do you think?
thinks it. He said it's literally the best one ever.
Mm.
Now, whether he means Doctor Who episode, Christmas special, or adaptation of A Christmas Carol,
Or just
he means
thing.
all of them.
Just a thing ever
Yeah, the best thing ever.
since sliced meat.
Yeah. Right. And Ed says, best Christmas special by far. Stephen takes the Christmas premise and smashes it out.
Premise. Paul is a
Premise.
writer who can't read.
Oh, it's like a metaphor for something.
Your mum's a metaphor for something.
Premise. And smashes it out of the park. It feels like the Doctor and Kazran
Premise.
have fucking hell. Have been. Fuck off.
We've broken
He's
it.
actually written that. It just says start laughing like a weirdo. And he's just following the script. Wait there.
The Doctor and Kazran have been a companion team for ages. They fit so well together.
They're basically the same person.
Great guest stars, as you'd imagine, for Christmas. I could talk about it for ages. Love it. Best Christmas special. One of my favourite episodes, regardless.
You'd say it was
That
the
was-
best ever thing.
That was it. Yeah.
Thank you, Ed,
So
as
Ed
usual.
had more to say on this than you in this entire episode so far.
Well-
Damn.
I just think it's neat.
Marge Simpson.
Who else?
Doing a Marge Simpson thing.
So-
Potato.
Wait there. Tyler Seraph said.
Seraph? Like the
Seraph.
vehicle from Halo. That's quite a cool surname, actually.
This is
Ser-
a rubbish episode this week, isn't it? We've
seriously
fucked
though.
it. This
I-
isn't good listening.
Seriously though, I love this episode. Watch it every year. It's nice to see Dickens adapted in universe, but I've only just realised what you meant by his dad looks like Charles Dickens. But very good. Dickens adapted in universe by a character who's met the man himself. It makes me suspend disbelief so much that I don't care. The Doctor breaks his own rules all the way through and creates what should be a massive paradox. Murray Gold, watch it. Knocks it out the park too. And then Jeffrey replied saying, the Langoliers can't make it through the ice clouds, maybe. It's the Stephen King reference. And then he commented himself and said, absolute best Christmas special, except he said Xmas, but we don't condone that behaviour on the podcast. Doctory enough to be fun, serious enough to make you care. Best use of timeline manipulation in any show, not just the Whoniverse. And seriously, the most motivational tagline of any series, halfway out of the dark. That gets me every time. Plus singing. It's the time of year for singing.
'Tis the
That is-
season to
That
be
is
jolly.
all of the thoughts on Ed's thoughts this week.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, and someone called Dan has said, if you want to hear my thoughts, mate, you'll have to listen to my podcast on it, which I'm recording tonight.
Wow,
I
same
will-
Is
time
that
as
a
us.
different one to this?
Must be.
What's it called?
Or I don't know. They
Does he
didn't
not
say that.
said? Damn it.
No.
Could like collab at
What's
some
his
point.
name?
Dan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another
horrible.
one.
Yeah.
We could have him on and have like
Horrible
extra
name.
bands.
A horrible name for a horrible man.
Wouldn't you agree, Dan?
I would agree,
Not you.
Dan. Oh,
Just checking the emails. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
So what do you think of Batman?
Found
v
one.
Superman? Never mind.
I'm joking. I don't like Batman v Superman.
Well then, get out.
I think it's one of
is
the
a
worst films I've
precursor to
ever
what's
seen.
to come with that
Oh.
universe.
Just wanted to know an interesting fact that might
no,
put,
but you're going to tell us anyway, so
that might put time in perspective for you.
go on.
Stephen Moffat's Dracula TV show came out this year.
I know it was the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Feels like it was ages and ages ago.
No, it was about a year ago.
It was almost a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
Are
was
you
thinking,
okay with the passage of time, Paul? You
no,
understand how it
I was
works?
thinking of my favourite TV shows from this year the other day, and I thought, no, Dracula was last year. And then I was like, no, it wasn't.
It's because it was on like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and
No, New
Yeah.
Year's Day, and then up to the third, weren't it? Or the second.
yeah.
So third, yeah.
But it was in
Was
that area of time where time doesn't exist every year.
Yeah.
It was a very good 2 episodes of television,
I happen
And
to
then a
like
third
the
bit.
one.
and then a third bit.
I like the third one. I like the I don't know. I feel like on its own merits, the meaning behind the ending of the third one's quite nice. And if they make another one, it'll ruin it. Like,
But in
I
the
feel-
concept of that TV show, it's shit.
no, I feel like in that TV show it works as an ending. But if they make another series, then it is a shit ending. Because
And why would they make another series?
they said they'd make another series?
Did they?
The only
It was
thing I think is wrong with
it was an
Which is
adaptation of one book.
Yeah, but there's loads of Dracula media out.
Media, yeah, but I'm pretty sure there's only one book.
Have you seen the podcast he did when it came out? I forgot what it's called, but it's just Dracula and then On Son or whatever. But it's on BBC Sounds, and they'd release one after every episode. And it was basically Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss talking about how they wrote it. And they were like, would you do another series? And they were like, yeah, if we're asked. And I thought, oh, I hope they're not asked. Fucking ruin the ending.
I think what they should have done with it is not add Mark Gatiss in.
Oh.
Oh,
Was he a
as
vampire
playing-
in that?
No, he was just
he's
a
the
lawyer.
No, but at one point doesn't he have to fly out of the air?
Does he?
I think he's just a weird lawyer. No, I think they
I
shouldn't
think
have
you
had Mark
just dreamt
Gatiss in it. So then, because they can do then the self-wanky bullshit that they inevitably do, a Sherlock and Dracula show.
Oh dear God.
Please don't
That
bring
would be
Sherlock
amazing,
back.
to be fair.
Yeah, there's only one Dracula book, Paul. So there was nothing else to adapt. So
No,
have
I mean,
Yeah.
they just adapt anything. So,
From
or
a-
they
They'll get Charles Danson to say the
Get
game is
Charles
on.
back.
can you imagine then? Yeah, just bear with me.
Yeah.
They create their own story.
Okay. Well, what
They'd
happened though
never do
is
that.
they did do their own story essentially for the third episode, and that was the worst one.
I like it.
Listen, speaking of Stephen Moffat stealing stories, A Christmas Carol was the episode we talked about this week, and you can go watch
Yeah.
it yourselves.
Oh.
But soon it's being taken off Netflix, so you might want to hurry up.
Yes, it's going on to BBC iPlayer and apparently it's going on to Netflix as well.
No, BritBox.
Not
It's already
Netflix,
on Netflix.
BritBox.
Yeah.
Ugh,
They're
that's
taking
why
it off.
I've
and
got the
putting it back on.
Blu-rays.
Confused.
Or if you're American, go fuck yourself.
With HBO Max.
That's
I'm
mean.
intrigued by something now, though, Paul. Why were you saying Batman vs Superman, and then, interesting fact, Dracula was this year?
Because Paul's mind doesn't operate like a normal human.
Well, because
Yeah, because
behind my laptop now is every Star Wars and DC film, and then Dracula.
Should we wrap this up? Should we wrap this episode up?
Nah, what do you
we
think
should
of
wrap
Justice
it up in a
League?
bag and throw it in a river.
This-
We'll wrap it
I don't
up
think
and
this is a
I'll
good
stop
episode.
recording in 20 minutes.
Thank you for listening. If you want to contact the show, we are. Is it shobocast@gmail.com?
Yep.
Don't
yeah.
even doubt it.
I don't. Okay, I won't doubt it then. It is shobocast@gmail.com.
Actually,
wanna
it's,
email us?
it's not that, but go on.
Well, what is it then?
It's shobocast@gmail.com, and you can also get in touch with us on
I'm
Twitter.
gonna.
and
I'll kill
Instagram.
you. I'll kill you, Dan.
Do it quick though before
I'll
Dan
kill
kills me.
you.
The segment from
Um, We might. I think it
Um,
would be quite fun to do some other non-Doctor Who related stuff, given how much we want to talk about Batman v Superman. Apparently,
I do not want to watch that film again.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah. If
do
you want to.
That Snyder's Justice League when that comes out on HBO Max in the UK.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
1,000
that'll be
hours long, and Batman says naughty words.
and it's in black and
No,
white.
listen to the caveat there. HBO Max isn't coming to the UK anytime
No.
soon.
No, but I remember when it was announced, they were very specific about the fact that even if HBO Max isn't in your
Right, no,
country,
we're not doing this.
there'll be
Thanks for
ways to
listening,
watch it
and
in every
see you
country in the
soon.
world. That's the end of this episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.